Hi folks, the LGAQ has this week officially launched its state election priorities and its hashtag Vote for Local campaign. Now we need your support to make it happen. These state election priorities, signed off by your LGAQ policy executive this month, include the programs and policies councils in their local communities need in place to ensure we can continue to navigate our way through the COVID-19 pandemic and the economic crisis it has caused and emerge from it stronger. These priorities will create or support about 29,000 jobs and generate more than $4.6 billion in economic activity over the next 4 years. They are tried and true. We know they work. Now we need our state's political leaders to put their money where their mouth is and commit to supporting them should voters hand them the keys to 1 William Street at the October 31 state election in 65 days' time. We'll be asking political parties to sustain local jobs, strengthen our regions, keep our communities safe, protect our environment, support the bush, and advance First Nations councils. We want them to commit to continue to successful programs like Works for Queensland and Building Our Regions. We want them to back other programs and policies, including $144 million over 4 years to provide multi-year wage subsidies for 800 apprentices and trainee positions to address the public and private sector skills shortage. $50 million per year for tourism infrastructure to enhance tourism offerings and attract domestic tourists once global travel resumes international visitors. Increasing the Transport Infrastructure Development Scheme, TIDS, funding to $80 million in 2021-22 and to $100 million a year by 2024. $30 million per year for 4 years to extend the Indigenous Council's Critical Infrastructure Program to assist First Nation councils to build new infrastructure, including critical water infrastructure. A guarantee that 70% of the revenue generated from the waste levy will be used to fund sustainable resource recovery, recycling infrastructure, and programs to build a circular economy, and that the current advance payments to councils will continue in order to ensure Queensland houses are not negatively impacted by the waste levy. $100 million for 5 years to fix ageing water and wastewater infrastructure in rural towns so they have access to safe and reliable drinking water into the future. $25 million per year for our Western Roads upgrade program. And we'll be using report cards throughout the campaign and grading the parties on their commitment to our platform, just as we did through the federal election campaign last year. We'll be asking Queensland communities to vote for local and support the parties that support our councils and their local communities. We are calling on you, our members, to help get the message out by backing in our priorities as well as your own council or ROC priorities and the hashtag Vote for Local campaign. We did this successfully with the battle plan for Queensland local communities. Now's the time to do it again. We want to make sure political leaders are listening and know exactly what we want them to do should they secure the state's first fixed 4-year term. This next term of government is not going to be easy. We need to ensure whomever is in power puts the need of Queensland's local communities first. The long drive for drought. Brett Riemann, the Managing Director of Peak, is preparing to hit the road on Sunday, leading the inaugural Long Drive for Drought. The convoy of classic 40 Series Land Cruisers will travel through 18 towns, including Tambo, Texas, Dirranbandi, Charleville, Yulbar and Chinchilla, over 8 nights to raise awareness of the ongoing drought, as well as funds for the Drought Angels. The group is aiming to raise $40,000, with Peak also a major sponsor of the event. To contribute, log on to longdrivefordrought, all one word, .com.au. and click on the donate button on the right hand corner of the screen. I will be. You can also follow the Convoy's progress on Facebook, The Long Drive for Drought. And indeed also on Instagram and lots of other various media. Certainly something that we're proud to support. A final tragic note this week: it was my sad duty during the week to inform you of the passing of Mr. Stephen Fines Clinton. Stephen was a friend and a colleague to many in the local government family, including myself. His contribution to not just the LGAQ and our sector, but to the law in general was immense, and his loss will be felt by many. Our condolences to Stephen's family, including his brother Tim, managing partner of King & Company. Vale, Stephen Fines Clinton.